So, you want to learn sports photography. You came to the right place. I've been doing this for a long, long time. Right here, in front of my painting, I'm going to be running some photographs of my work so you can judge for yourself whether or not I'm qualified to teach you this. So, I've been a sports photographer, I don't know, about 8 years now. I've been a regular photographer much longer than that. I've been to hundreds of football games, volleyball games, basketball games, soccer, and track, and I've done it all. This is my main gear right here. This is my other little camera I take with me, which will come into play a little bit later. But there's some main tips I want to teach you, and that's why you came here. You wanted to learn about how to do this. And I'll break it into some small segments for you. If you want to be good at this, my first tip for you is to find a sports photographer that you like. You can pick me if you want, but go on Facebook, Pinterest, wherever you want to go, and pick out the images that you like, and pick out the ones you like, and try to go out and copy those, and practice, and practice, and copy, and practice. Now you're probably thinking, well, I came to this page because I want you to tell me how to do it. And I will. I'll tell you what to do. My second tip for you is this. To always, at least this is for me, this is how I do it. You'll see it in my pictures. Try to get as close to your subject as you possibly can and stay safe. And what do I mean by that? There's one sport in particular that has a little bit of danger involved, and that's football. If you get too close to the sidelines, you can get whacked. I've been whacked many times. A lot of schools, a lot of coaches and ADs won't let you anywhere near the sidelines. I carry a media pass, so I get the access. And even at that, at least in Nebraska, you're only allowed to be in a section by the end zones. But those can be dangerous just as well. And if you're looking through your lens, and you don't know, you see the guy coming towards you, it's hard to judge distance. The guys split apart, you get nailed, and I've hit the ground a couple times. I've never been, I kind of got a mild concussion one time. But if you're concentrating what you're doing, you're going to get the shot you want. And that's another tip I want to give you, especially if you're shooting football. Don't be on your phone. Don't be goofing off and talking to the cheerleaders. Pay attention to what's going on, because you're not going to get your best shot if you're not shooting. And you got to pay attention to the action, and it seems like it's such a simple tip, but I've seen so many sports photographers goofing off and not paying attention and not getting the shots they should be getting. My next tip, well, that tip works great actually for volleyball and basketball as well. And this next tip I'm going to give you, I almost hate giving it to you because it's something that I do in the 8 years I've done this, I have never seen anyone come into a gym with a wide-angle lens. Never. I've got the most amazing pictures with this thing. When you buy your camera at Walmart, wherever, it usually comes with a long lens in there. And some of them actually will give you a smaller lens. I think it's right here. I have one. If I can get it off my shelf here. It's a medium. And this thing, if you use it right, will turn into a wide angle, but nobody uses it. If you are in the right spot with this camera for volleyball or basketball, and this is very important, you get close, without getting whacked. I'm going to put some of these pictures up here. I don't know if they'll come up right now, but you'll get the most amazing pictures. The reason why, because with this camera, this is a tip I hate giving out. I really do. I will put this camera above my head. I'll put it on the ground. I'll spin it around basketball. These basketball guys are going ding, 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 ding. And I'm sitting here doing this. I'm not looking through the lens. I rarely ever look through the lens of this camera. It's a wide angle. It's very, very, very forgiving. So I'm going click, 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 click. And I got to the point, I've done this so many times, that I can aim this thing, I can look at it and tell where I'm aiming and get the shot 80% of the time. And some of my basketball pictures with this, and some of my volleyball shots, they blow me away. But nobody does it. Nobody, because everybody's so used to seeing these at the gym, they think this is all you can do, and that is a huge detriment to your shooting skills. I mean, that long lens is okay. It has a really narrow depth of field. It kind of looks cool, but you're not going to get that really dynamic, and I mean dynamic shot from shooting high or shooting low or even waist high. Some of my basketball stuff is amazing at waist high. And the problem with that, though, is you have to be in a spot where you can get those shots. They don't want you anywhere near the basket. I try not to get too close to the basket, but I will squat down to the floor and shoot from the floor. One advantage you do have is basketball and volleyball. If you get in the front row, which I sit, you're right on the edge. You're as close as anybody's going to get. And normally, unless they're throwing the ball at you, you're safe. But I will lean down, volleyball for sure. I'm on a certain side of the court to get that certain shot like this with the leg hooked up. I've done that shot so many times. I know how to time it out. I know where to look for it. And hopefully I'll have one on here to show you. But I put the camera on the floor. I'm sitting on the step, bending over, the camera on the floor, pointing up. Now, I used to sit on the floor until one AD told me to get off the floor. I don't go back there anymore. Anyway, I got some really cool shots from the floor, shooting up. It's very dynamic. So that's one way you're going to get some really cool basketball and volleyball shots. On the other end of the stick, if you're shooting soccer, good luck. Soccer field's way, way big. And in the amount of time they'll be on your side, you're lucky to get anything. So I'm not going to talk about soccer. Track and field, you basically have your run of the place. As long as you don't get in the way and a pole vault doesn't stick to your neck, you're probably going to be able to get where you want to get. But once again, get close enough. I've got some of my pole vaulting shots are just over the top. I'm not trying to brag here. I'm not. This is just experience. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of shots. I know how to time that sucker out to get that pole vaulter just where I want him to be. Same thing with high jumpers. Same thing with the long jumpers. It just takes experience. If you want to be a sports photographer, you have to get out there and shoot sports photography. And you have to do it over and over and over again and again and again until you're comfortable with it and you know what you want to do. So my main tricks is get close, use the right lens. I probably wouldn't use the short lens or the wide angle for track. That's more of a long lens shot. Get close. Oh, this is a huge one. This is half the battle right here. You need to crop your photos, and a lot of folks don't. Hopefully you have some sort of editing software. I mean, I use editing software. Even if you shoot with your phone has editing abilities on it. And you need to crop out the crap you don't want in the picture. You don't want the clouds, you don't want bushes, you don't want a bunch of crowd. You want to focus on your subject. And I have a certain way when I'm shooting softball or baseball that I can fake it and make it look like I'm standing in the batter's box. It's just something I came up with over the years, and hopefully I put a few of those up there too. The one sport I really dread shooting is softball and baseball because you're really limited in what you can do. You got the batter, you got the pitcher, and you got the catcher, and everybody else is way out in the boonies. And that's one of the few sports where I will shoot the warm-ups. I normally avoid warm-ups with anything, but if I want to get headshots, I have to come in early and get some warm-up shots of those kids. Anything else? Sometimes I'll do a little bit of football warm-ups if I want to get some pictures of close-ups of the quarterback, doing that or whatnot. But for the most part, I don't shoot warm-ups. So what else can I go over here? For right now, that's probably about good enough. Just pick out the photographers, the pictures that you want to emulate and copy, and go out there and try to copy. I'll say this too. One other thing. Don't worry about the body of your camera. If you're going to invest money, invest it in your lens. Here's a true story. The body of this camera is a Canon T3. You can't buy a T3. You'd have to go on eBay and get it. I've had this body for, I don't know, 10, 15 years. I've shot thousands of pictures, and not one single person has ever told me the pictures were terrible because I didn't use a $4,000 body. I don't understand why people buy those expensive bodies. That's not where the magic's at. The magic's in the lens. The lens. This is like a 24 millimeter wide angle. It's flipping magic. Magic. It all depends on where you put it. That's the key point. So, yeah, stay safe, copy your favorite person, get close, crop your photos, and if you do those things, and this video goes over well, I will make some more. But these are the basic tips that you need to cover to be an awesome sports photographer. Thank you.